this is just another option if you were having issues with your client's corners or end point of contacts, like causing damage or slipping too easily, pulling out too easily, any redness, irritation. So what I'm going to show you first is the typical of what we see. With all of these, keep in mind that the hair grows straight down. I just didn't have another colored dry erase marker. This will be the parietal ridge. These solid arrows going down and at a diagonal represent the hair on the weft. And then the dotted line arrows represent the overlapping of the weight of hair of the wefts. Usually that stays more in the centralized back zone area. And then the red arrows represent the direction of the stitch. So you can see here in the first one, you have everything is going downwards as far as weight, tension, direction, and back. So your stitching is going back, the weight of the hair, the overlapping, and the extra weight, everything is shifting back and down. You can see here in option 2, if you change the direction of your stitch, that's going to counteract the tension and the weight and the pull that's going in the opposite direction. Option 3 is my personal favorite. You can see here that this is the parietal ridge. You still have the direction of the weight of the extensions, and the weight of the overlapping of the extensions and the tension is in this back center zone. So when you're using, from our previous video, how we showed to tell how much hair you need to put in a section of bead, we told you to let the hair talk to you. So if you've been doing that and trying that, you'll notice that there's a certain area in the back parts of your head on each side. We'll call that the corners of the back occipital bone. And so inside of that area is where most of the overlapping and weight and everything of your extension hair and tension is going to be, is in that back area. That's why, like, if you have grow outs and you see that the back area is, you know, looks more grown out than the other, that's not necessarily the case. It is the lowest point of the section of your hair, and it does have the most weight. Now, with number 1, what can happen is that everything is going down and back. So you can see how all of that extra weight and stuff being put on that left end point of contact is definitely going to put you in a high probability of chance of premature hair loss, or, you know, soreness, traction alopecia, balding, any of those things. Now, option 2 is a great option to kind of change it up if you were just trying to start in the back center and you want to just split that up into 2 separate stitching sections and just take the very back center and stitch all the way towards the front of the face on the left EPC side, and then all the way on the right side of the face. So you would kind of take it from the center and go towards the face. That's gonna help. It's better than option 1, because option 2 is kind of counteracting that tension and that weight by going in the opposite direction. Now, the reason why option 3 is your best bet is because it's going to keep all that extra weight and everything from the overlapping weight of the extensions, the tension, and everything as a grow out. It's going to break that up as far as how the grow out grows. Most of that grow out, where that overlapping of the wefts and the weight is going to stay in the back, and you're not going to have pull from the front as well. So when you break it up into 3 sections, you have your left EPC, you have your right EPC, and you have your center back zone. You're going to keep most of the tension controlled in those 3 zones. So your grow out's a lot easier. You'll notice your end point of contacts no longer are going to start flipping up after a couple of weeks. They're not going to start slipping more, and you're going to see less redness, irritation, and traction alopecia, tension, all of those things. Now, you can also see here that my section is also not anything more than a 45-degree angle. In fact, it should be less than that. When you start going past that, that's too much over direction, and you're going to cause, you have definitely a high probability of causing some sort of damage. So I hope this helped you guys. We'll go into a little bit more in depth about number 3 in the next one.